just going to stop sharing. So we're going to jump on, just give you guys like a little bit of a update as to stock availability, where we're sitting, what's happening with us at the moment. I'm just going to let a few more people in before we get started. Alrighty, just got one more person that's joining. All right. So in terms of Queensland stock and availability for the time being, we're currently sourcing agreements. I've got 2 projects that are coming up in Queensland, being Pearl on Main Beach, and I'll just pull up the other one as well that we have. Other one that we're looking at is Park Ridge in Noosa, so that's up in the Sunshine Coast. So we're just waiting on the agreements for those 2. So that's another 2 projects in Queensland that we're bringing on board. The Noosa area is going to be a new focus for us because we already have quite a few existing agreements on the Gold Coast. So for anyone who's looking at North Brisbane, Noosa area, that's where we'll start focusing on. I know that our team in Western Australia and New South Wales have started calling developers as well. I'll let Kristin jump on and talk about if you've got any progress or where you're sitting with New South Wales.
Sorry.
That's all right.
New South Wales. So we have quite a few house and land packages in Box Hill, Rouse Hill, Kellyville, all out that way. I do believe we will be launching Point Piper soon as well. And I just have to follow up an agreement with brand new apartments in Kellyville. So we'll be getting that agreement through them, and then we can start, selling them. But as of now, I don't think anyone's, sold anything just of yet, but I've not long put them up.
Yeah. And have you started looking at Byron Bay?
I will be doing that today, yes.
Yeah, okay, no worries.
Yeah, so anyway, I'm happy to look all down the coast along there.
Yeah.
So if there is other agents there, I can just keep going down.
Yeah, no worries. So for those of you wondering, Kristin is our New South Wales and Greater Brisbane project manager. So she looks at sourcing projects in the Greater Brisbane region, as well as New South Wales. I personally, my name's Rianna, for those of you who are new and just joining us today. I look after Victoria and the Gold Coast. And we have Lauren on board as well, and she's looking at Western Australia and potentially expanding to South Australia and Tasmania as well. We've found Western Australia, do you want to update them on the progress of that? It's been a bit slow.
There hasn't been much progress as of yet. I will be calling developers this week to try and get some more on board. And if anyone has any specific areas they'd like to go on board, just send me an email.
Yeah. So I'll copy and paste our emails into the chat. Alrighty. And now I'll take you guys just through the general process. We can answer any questions that people might have. For those of you who are wondering as well or have seen it advertised, we will be in the US at the Inman Connect conference, spreading out aggregation services over there and looking at taking up further projects in the US. So I'm just going to admit a few more people. So for those of you who are thinking about US opportunities, feel free to contact Paul. I know that he does some sponsorship over in the US. So that's always an opportunity. But I'm just going to run through just some basic, our basic process. And then if people have questions or need anything further, then I'm happy to sit down and have a chat. So for those of you who have joined, for those of you who have been on this session in the past, it's the same session. We will do updates at the beginning. If people are looking for specific training, please reach out and tell us what you need, because we don't know what you need unless you let us know. So this is just general process. So in terms of general process, we follow suit in terms of we have a process from start to finish when it comes to developments, and for our agents to jump on development. So if you're looking at jumping on board projects and you're not sure where to start, I've posted in the chat our email addresses and which states we look after. The best thing you can do is email us first. So I've got my email here, but we need you to email us with your locality, surrounding suburbs. That way we can organise a login for Arcanite for you. From there, we put you on standard listings. The standard listings are what we call general listings. They're listings that go active onto realestate.com and domain. They have standardized photos as artist impressions for projects. They are there to generate inquiries. They are not project specific, but they allow you to qualify buyers so that you can match those buyers to one or multiple projects in the surrounding areas. That's why we don't do project specific advertising, as well as the fact that when it comes to developers and projects, a lot of developers will have strict guidelines surrounding what we can advertise and market online. So please, I've had a few agents recently change listings, or more specifically change photos to make them project specific. Please do not do that. If you are looking to change your photos on the advertisement or the description, just let us know. That way we can make sure that it's all authorized through the people that we're working with to sell the stock. So in terms of jumping on projects, email the respective person for your state. So myself for Gold Coast and Victoria, Kristin for New South Wales and Greater Brisbane, Lauren for SA and WA. We will then set you up with a login for Arcanite if you don't already have one. Arcanite is our software where we store all data. As we can see at the moment, New South Wales, we have a whole heap of new house and land packages that were just brought in. So North Kellyville, Box Hill, there's a whole heap that have just been added. So Vineyard and New Plus, North Kellyville again, Oxley Ridge, Crown Hill, that's in New South Wales. In Queensland, we've still got a few yet to be updated. Victoria, we've got a fair bit of stock going on at the moment. We've got Liberty One in Footscray. We have quite a few things in the city centre, so like our iconic. So once you request access to a project, you'll be given a login and it gives you access to this page here. You can use this page to come in and find projects that are specific to your area or to your client's needs. So you can take a look at the projects, you can click on a project, find out the information about it, such as estimated completion, description, who's currently developing it, and who to contact. So as you can see, for this one, I'm a key contact. So for any questions, you're welcome to contact me. You can take a look at the availability, as well as the floor plans. And all of this, you can actually export a price list from here as well. You can come in and you can sort by prices low to high, just to make your life a little bit easier. I have had a few questions in terms of people wondering, you know, what do I do if my buyer doesn't, if we don't have stock that suits my buyer? I would recommend looking on urban.com.au. We fully encourage our agents to source further stock. If they're looking to do that, you can put in a suburb and basically it brings up all of the projects going up in that area. And you can get more information about it on urban.com. Back to the process and not to stray away from topic. So we give you access to Arcanite. We also give you listing assignments. So those were the general listings that I was talking about previously. From there, you wait for the inquiries to come in. So the inquiries will come into your email like they would with your standard, you know, house that you list or anything else that like you've listed in the past. So a lot of our agents that have used our CRM will know, you know, like I've listed a house and my inquiries come through to my email. So it's pretty much the same process. All you need to do from there is give the client a call, see what they're after. Then is when you come into Arcanite, you have a look at what stock we have. So say you're looking in Melbourne, have a look at the availability. You can download the price list if you need to, come back to info and have a look for the key contact on that. And you want to register your buyer details with the key contact. So send the name, number, and email address for your buyer to the key contact so that we can register them in our back end and we know that that buyer belongs to you. From there, we respond to the inquiries. So you want to respond to your inquiry by giving them floor plans, renders, expression of interest forms, anything that they need. But it's all available in Arcanite, so you'll find it all here. If it's not, feel free to reach out to the key contact person and they'll be able to source whatever you're after. So there is a file section on Arcanite as well under the projects that has initial documents that you might need. So like FIRB special conditions, EOI forms, project brochures, sales manuals. They have absolutely everything you could ask for. Got a few chats coming up. Yeah, so in terms of registering a buyer, you email your buyer details to the contact for each state. So Haji, if your buyer is looking to buy in Queensland, you'd email it to myself. If they're looking to buy in Western Australia, you'd email that to Lauren. If they're looking to buy in New South Wales, then Kristin. And that's the email addresses that I've provided in the chat as well. So we then respond to our inquiry. This is, I'm happy to provide this to anyone who needs. This is just the standard response. Hi, this is blank from Oxbridge Property Group. So you attach the information you request on the project. It's always good if they put in an inquiry online to put out their questions and answer them in a chronological format, so that it's easy for the buyers to understand. I would recommend not overloading them with information. If they're qualified for a couple different projects, maybe give them 2 projects and 2 or 3 options from those projects at a time, because you don't want to overload them with information, because you can easily lose buyers like that. We recently had a buyer come through to our event in Liberty One for Footscray in Victoria, and I said to him, this is some of our stock. More than happy to get you that information. You can read through that, and if there's something else you're looking for, we actually have other stock in this area as well that I can provide to you. So we try not to overload our people to make them overwhelmed, but giving them options is important too. From the process of responding to inquiries, if the buyers are interested in inspections, again, contact your key contact person through Arcanite for the development, and we can help you to organise inspections for the property. In terms of developments, most developers have their internal sales team and people that will assist in the entire process, from taking buyers through displays to the contract and final processes as well. I know recently, particularly in Victoria, we've had some trouble pushing mortgages and finance through. So if you need contacts in terms of, referrals to get that finance pushed through, then feel free to let me know, because we actually do have agents in Oxbridge as well that will do the finance too, and that really helps us. There's also a few really good larger companies that will do it and are a little bit more familiar with projects. So if anyone needs recommendations, please feel free to let me know. In terms of the process, it's just a step-by-step. I've also got a Word document on step-by-step that I would be happy to send out to anyone who needs it. It basically goes from registration of an agent on a project all the way through to contract process. So if people need that, I'm more than happy to get that out. And if people are after one-on-one training, then I'm happy to organise that too. For those of you who are new to us today, we still favour our full members in terms of lead allocation and access to projects. That's why the full membership is important. If there's any questions, we'd be happy to answer. If anyone has any concerns or wants any updates, or is looking at, wanting us to source projects in a certain area, please by all means let us know. We've got a fair bit of stock at the moment. I'm still yet to upload stock. We do have house and land packages coming up in Victoria that we will launch shortly. And they will be some good ones as well. Just got a chat. Hi Harry, we can organise some one-on-one training for you. That's not a problem. Let's get the sales process. Yes. So for anyone who wants the sales process email to them, let me know and I'll do that. That's not a problem. Is there anything else that I can help anyone with? Gillian, I sent you an email with the full, with my PowerPoint presentation for the sales process. When we were speaking last Wednesday. Yep. Okay, Shane, if you're still waiting for your, yeah, that's okay, Jillian, no problem. Jean, you said you're still waiting on the your login. That is a issue for support. I personally don't set those up. But I'll send an email through to our support team and see if they can organise that for you. And I've got Sunny. Your username comes up as Sunnyfield, so I'm not 100% sure. Do we need to log into Urban to access? No, so urban.com.au is it's an open public website to access all projects that are going up around Australia. So anyone can access it and just have a look. And then basically what you have to do is take a look at the project and then do a Google search on the project to find the website for the project and the contact details as well. Harry, I can forward you an email as well, not a problem. Is there anything else for anyone today? Which websites do I apply? Okay, so Terry, we do standardized ads on realestate.com and Domain. So they're not project specific, but they're just ads that go online to generate buyer inquiries. So they're, you know, generic ads. So they're not project specific, but then we use the leads that we get from those ads from realestate.com and Domain to qualify our buyers and then transfer them to the relevant projects that apply to them. So I've got a question. Do you provide sale leads to anyone who requests it? If you have previous experience selling projects, then we obviously do favour you as well. Again, if you're a full member. If you're a full member, then we do favour you in terms of like how many listings and sorry, I'm getting a lot of questions at the moment. So we favour you in terms of if you're a full member. So if you're a full member, usually we will organise more lead allocation for you than other people. If you want to send me an email, I think it's Sunny, and I can assist you, that would be great. Jean, if you are bringing your own leads, you still have to register your leads with us, just so we know that they belong to you. And that way, when the sales process goes through, then, you know, like it's easy for us to keep track. I've got a question from Simon as well. Do we have any Facebook ads going out? If so, can we get leads off them? In terms of Facebook, if you're looking for Facebook leads, we ask that you run your own campaigns. Oxbridge has their own campaigns, but our internal sales members directly answer those leads and utilize them. Because obviously Oxbridge pays for the campaigns. Yeah. I also use Facebook and Instagram to promote like upcoming buyers events, and I've had a pretty good turnout from that. But so I would definitely recommend, if you're looking to get on projects, look into social media marketing. It can be as much as $20 for a week, and you can get some really good leads out of it. Do we have any more buyers events coming up in GC for new projects? Because we're just onboarding some of the new projects at the moment, we currently don't, but it will be something that we are looking towards in future. Yeah, in terms of as well, like Simon, I personally haven't heard from you in quite a while. The people that we are allocating to projects now are people that we can see are consistently following up on projects. Because we've got this process now, we've got people that are registering buyers, we've got people that attend these sessions every single week, and these are the people that we are allocating to our projects and ensuring that they are on board. And we understand that people are busy, but in terms of when it comes to projects, we need people that are committed and people that will stick around. So if you would like to be on further projects, we need to see that you are registering people, that you're responding to emails, that you are being active within the community as well.
I just want to say another thing. When we put some of you guys onto the projects, and I know for my projects that I do like weekly updates from you guys. And I'm finding that quite a few people don't respond, or they don't attend meetings that I hold in person to do updates and stuff. So if that is, if you're not responding to us or like talking to us at all regarding projects, we will just flick you off the project, just because we do, obviously we're all here to make money. So we do need you guys to actively, you don't have to respond straight away if you're busy, but even if you say, look, sorry, I have no update, but not saying anything at all and not turning up to any meetings, we won't put you on future projects either.
Yeah. And I'm in agreement with that as well. But in terms of the people that I look after, I've had a pretty good response rate. So I have no qualms at the moment. Got one chat. Right. Yeah. Gillian, yes, I can resend that PowerPoint to you, not a problem. All right. Does anyone else have any further issues or concerns or questions? How do you register to Inman Event US projects? That would be a great question for Paul. Because he's got the registration for the event. There's quite a few agents that are coming over with us as well already, but it is literally next week. Alrighty. If that is all from everyone, I'm going to jump off. I will make this recording available to our group as well. I'm just going to take a quick photo of who was on the session today, too. Beautiful. Alrighty. Thanks everyone for joining the session today for one-on-ones. I'm more than happy to take you guys through. And like I said, feel free to contact us. I'll get some of the sales processes out to the people that have requested it. Thanks for joining. I'll speak to you all soon.
Thanks. Have a great day.
You too.
Thanks, Rianna.